Well, this here is the all-new Kia EV6. It's a car which doesn't need any introduction. It's one of the most awarded cars internationally, and not without reason. This car comes loaded with tech, with features, space, and it's really nice to drive. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you all the details that there are to know about the Kia EV6. Now, officially, this car takes on the likes of the Hyundai Ioniq 5, as well as the recently launched Mercedes EQA. So if you want to watch our reviews of those two cars, the links are in the box below. And if you want to watch this video in Hindi, you can watch it by clicking on the link below. And of course, if you want to read this in story format, then please head to our new website, timesdrive.in. The link is down there. Let's get started with all the details on the new Kia EV6. When you look at this car from the front end, you really won't mistake it for any other car on the road. It has a very distinctive and a very aggressive look. Now you get the cluster of lamps over here, all LED projector lamps. They look very sharp, and a very heavily sculpted bumper, which looks like it's from a race car. It really does look very cool. Blackened out effect over here. And you of course get these cameras because this car has that 360-degree camera inside. You also get a lot of power creases on the bonnet. Now there isn't any engine in the front because this has an electric drivetrain, but still it looks very aggressive. It's also genuinely a very wide car, which makes it look very sporty and very youthful indeed. Now at the bottom, if you see these vents, they actually do work. They're meant for aerodynamic efficiency, and they do help the overall cause in terms of the aerodynamics. A little bit of chrome, very subtle chrome, which looks very cool, and of course this design, which again gives it a very aggressive look. This of course is the sensor area for the ADAS features as well, and of course some sensors over here as well. This of course is the radar for the ADAS features, which of course work with the camera and with the sensors as well, because this car has ADAS level 2. I think this is one of the best looking cars, in fact the best looking car at this price point in the Indian market. Now let's take a look at the side and then at the back. Well, so if you talk about the looks of the car from the side, you get this spoiler, and this spoiler also has a lamp over here, a very small LED lamp which lights up when you switch it off. You also get that shark fin antenna, which looks very cool. Swooping roofline at the back, and of course this glass area is really huge and chunky, so it gives a lot of personality to the car. 19-inch wheels, so this really is phenomenal. And these of course are special E wheels which offer low rolling resistance, which enhances the overall range of the car. The alloy wheels also have a unique design because they aid the overall aerodynamics of the car. The door handles, well, you've seen this design before. Which car have you seen them on in India? You can let me know in the comment section below. You all know which car I'm talking about. And of course from the front, you again see a huge door over here. This door is really huge and massive, so getting in and out is a very easy affair. At the bottom you get this black strip which breaks the monotony of the color, and of course from the front you get this huge wing mirror which has these cameras in them for the 360-degree camera view. Overall, I think this is the best looking car at this price point. Well, so if I talk about the looks of this car, you can see the swooping roofline in the back, which really does merge very well with this boot section. And at the boot you get this huge connected beam of light along with these C-shaped lamps at the back. These are all LEDs and they look fabulous when they lit up. Also you get this GT line badging and this chrome strip running across, and you get the EV6 logo and the badging over here, and a little bit of this plastic cladding at the back for breaking the monotony of the same color. Sensors as well at the back as well. Overall, I think this car deserves a strong score of 10 out of 10. It really is a fantastic looking car. Now the back end might remind you of some other car. Which car am I talking about? You can let me know in the comment section below. I know which one I'm talking about, but do you know? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's jump inside and show you the interiors. Well, so now I'm in the cabin of the Kia EV6, and I have to say that this is a fantastic place to be in. If you compare it with both the other rivals at the same price point, then I think this car has a slight advantage both in terms of the space and generally the quality is quite good. Now the Hyundai also has the same kind of setup for the touchscreen and of course for the gauges over here, completely digital, but just the general fit and finish and just the general ambience inside the EV6 is slightly ahead of the Ioniq 5. That said, seat comfort is generally very good, and I like this fabric setting on the seat. You get a nice pattern over here on top of the dashboard. Very good quality once again, and it looks very classy, very premium. And the AC vents also with this little chrome bar running right across the dashboard really looks very cool. The controls for the AC are here, and of course the button over here, if you press this, then It changes for AC controls, from AC controls to the maps and the infotainment controls. This is something you've already seen on the Hyundai Verna, and it's something we've seen on other cars in the Hyundai and Kia range. That's something that they share. In terms of equipment, well, you get all the bells and whistles because this is a premium car and you need to get all the bells and whistles. So you get ADAS level 2 features, which includes adaptive cruise control, blind spot assist, and of course you also get lane keep assist. You also get different driving modes to choose from, and these paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, they are there for changing the recuperation modes or regeneration modes. So it depends. If you want a lot of regeneration, you can press this pedal over here and you can go up to level 5. And of course, if you don't want any regeneration, just want the car to be cruising around, then you can use this and put it to 0. So it just goes on a cruise mode. And of course, if you use the lowest setting, then you can use the one pedal technology on this car. What is that? Well, essentially, if you use the extreme level of regeneration, then it really does seem that the car is braking when you lift off your pedal from the accelerator. So all you do is just press the accelerator pedal and use this mode, and one pedal technology can be used. It's not something that you can do on the highway, but in the city, when the traffic really is very tight, it's something that can be done, and it is very hassle-free. Cool front seats, heated front seats as well, different driving modes, as I said, auto hold function and electric parking brake are a part of the kit, as of course is this good sunroof as well. Now, special mention has to be made about the Meridian sound system. This Meridian system really is very good in terms of the vocals, the bass, the treble, everything. And if you're someone who wants to listen to a concert and really enjoys listening to a concert, then of course this is a system you need in your car, and the Kia EV6 already has it. Overall, I think this car deserves a strong score of 10 out of 10 for the front of the cabin. Now let's have the back seat and see if that is just as impressive as the front end. Well, so I'm in the back seat now of the Kia EV6, and as you can see, headroom is quite decent for someone who's my height, which reference is 5'10". So in case your chauffeur is also about 5'10" or 5'11", you'll have a decent amount of headroom over here. Now, if you're about 6, then you might just have your hair brushing around the roof line over here. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. The only, I think, area of improvement where they can improve is the fact that the seat squab or the seat base is really very low set, and the knee and hip angle is not at a 90 degree, because 90 degrees is the best angle to sit at. But this one, you sit quite low and the floor is very close to you. So that's something that on long distance journeys you might want to sit in the front and just keep playing musical chairs with the other occupants in the car, because you might feel tired at the end of a long journey. But in terms of overall knee room, it's quite a good car. Also, the width is genuinely good, and the floorboard is flat because this is generally made on an EV platform, so the floorboard is flat. So whoever sitting here will have a decent amount of place to stretch his feet. Also, there aren't any AC vents over here, which sometimes can inhibit your knee room. They're placed over here, and the flow of air is generally very strong. You also get 3 headrests over here for all 3 occupants, and an armrest as well, where you can keep a couple of beverages and enjoy that long distance trip. Quality is good, seat fabric is very good. The front seats, they are quite low, so you can't really stretch your feet over there. But in general, because the knee room is good and it's a wide car, you can have 3. I'll give it a respectable score of 8 out of 10. I just wish that the seat score was slightly higher, so the knee and hip angle was at a very comfortable 90 degrees. Anyways, now let's check out the boot, and after that, take it out for a spin. Well, so let's really talk about the boot of this car, because the boot also is a very important part. Now, it is a powered tailgate, so all you need to do is press this button, step back, and wait for the boot lid to open up. The good point is that there's absolutely no loading sill, but there is a bit of a tray. So if you want a little more space, you need to remove this tray, and you get a little more space over there. Of course, there's a little space where you can hide a lot of stuff. So in case you want to, keep some stuff away from the children in the car, you can keep it away, store it away, and just, close this area. You also get your own parcel shelf, which of course you can lock, and once you do that, everything is hidden away from prying eyes. So that's all something which is quite good. I'll give it a respectable score of 8 out of 10 because it's a nice and square boot. It will easily take up 2 large pieces of suitcase and then 2 smaller ones as well. Best point is that it's powered, so you don't have to use too much of an effort. Well, so here I am driving the new Kia EV6. Well, it's not all new, it's been around for the last couple of years in the Indian market, but I have driven it for the first time, and I've driven it very extensively. I've driven it over 500 kilometers now in the last couple of days that it's been with me. Now, the first thing that you'll truly be impressed by, forget all the specs and forget all the spec sheets and stuff like that, but the first thing that you'll truly be impressed by is the ride quality. Yes, this car really has very good ride comfort. Now I can compare with the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which I drove last year, and if you want to watch that video review, the link is in the box below. So the Hyundai Ioniq 5 also has very good ride comfort, but this one is just brilliant. In fact, it's the best car in this price point in the EV segment, because you also have the EQA now from Mercedes, but I think this one is ahead of both the Ioniq as well as the EQA when it comes to outright ride comfort. Also, what's very good is stability. When you're pushing this car into corners and when you're driving on the highway, the stability is very confidence inspiring. It gives you very good stability, rock solid stability, and it definitely gives you a sense of confidence, especially if you're traveling with your entire family. That is something that you'll truly appreciate inside the EV6. Visibility, well, you get these big chunky mirrors on the sides, which give you good visibility. The front visibility is very good, although this spillway is a little thick, so you have to move around like this to check what's around it. But even then, it is quite respectable. The only bit of downside is that this mirror over here, even though it's a nice and large mirror, it doesn't have that same kind of visibility, because at the back you get 3 head restraints, yes, and the window at the back is also very small, and also it's slanting. So I think because of that angle also, and because of those 3 head restraints, you don't get the best visibility. That's something which a lot of customers who travel with their family might just feel is a bit of an issue. In terms of driving, you get 3 different modes. You get Eco, Sport and Normal. Of course, the range drops down when you use the Sport mode. It does go down by about 20%, 15-20%, depending on how you're driving it. And of course, if you drive it in Eco, it goes up. In the normal mode, which is a mix between performance as well as economy, you do get quite good performance as well as economy. But I think the best mode to use it in the city is the Eco mode, because that means that less recharges will be need to done. And of course, on the highway, the best mode is the normal mode. I think the Sport mode is only meant for the track, because it really does sap the battery out very quickly, and that's something which a lot of customers will think that is a mode that should not be used too often. But of course, if you want to use it, then 0 to 100 comes up in less than 5 seconds. Yes, less than 5 seconds. Now, we haven't tested that officially, because we aren't driving this car out on private roads. We're driving it on public roads, so we're not really going to test it. But of course, that is something that Kia say, and seeing by the performance and by how it's driving, it is a figure which is quite believable. That's for sure. What else is there? Well, the light steering wheel means that driving the city is a breezy affair, but that doesn't mean that it's so light that you start feeling nervous. It's got good accuracy, and it feels quite well weighed when the speeds do increase. And of course, you do get that brilliant bird's eye view camera, the 360-degree camera, which really is very helpful, because this is a big and large vehicle, over 5. Because this is a big and large vehicle, so that bird's eye view camera is essential and very helpful, because it's well over 4.5 meters in length, so you do need that help to park it in tight spaces. Overall, I'm very impressed with the package in terms of driving bits. I'll give it a good score of 9 out of 10 in the driving department. Now let me stop the car and then give you a definitive verdict. Well, so in my book, I think the Kia EV6 deserves a strong score of 95 out of 100. It really is the best of everything. It's the best EV at this price point. It looks gorgeous on the outside. It's really great to sit in. It's nice to drive. It's quick. It's also got a good range, and it has plenty of space, and it has that essential feel-good factor which Kia cars are known for. And also remember that Kia's service backup is very good all across India, and the warranty also on this car is quite strong. In short, it is the best EV at this price point. 95 out of 100. Goodbye for now, and thanks so much for watching this video.